Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. If you're new here, thanks for viewing. Hopefully you find this video interesting. Hope you're having a great weekend or a great week, whatever the case may be. Well, it's a beautiful day out today in Pennsylvania. Very nice weather here for June. We have the John Deere 520 out tonight. Have a tractor pull next weekend, antique tractor pull. I would like to take this tractor to. And before I can pull it though, it needs to lose some weight. There's a frame or bracket on the front end that needs to come off, and the 3-point hitch needs to come off to allow the tractor to make weight. But before I took anything off, had some work to do with this tractor. As you can see, we have the blade on it. And about a month and a half ago, we put some new drainage pipes in for some downspouts. And the backfill job has settled finally. There's some high spots and some low spots that need to be cleaned up. I want to try to smooth this area out the best I can. So that's going to be the first portion of this video. We're going to use the 520 in the rear blade and try to smooth some of this out. So appreciate you watching. Hope you enjoy. Looks a lot better, be easier to mow now. Don't have those high spots. There's one more place I want to use the 520 tonight, and then we'll work on getting the 3-point off and the weight bracket off. One last spot I want to try to grade better. We have this pad that we're working on, and for the most part it's pretty much done. We have one low spot, decent sized low spot there, so I want the water to go that way. So I'm going to try to grade some of this material down there up this way and fill in that low spot there. think I did the best I could with that blade. There's no down pressure, and there's actually skid plates or skid shoes on the blade, so you can't really dig in too deep. I was able to pull a lot of loose material from down there, carry it up here and dump it in where I thought the low spot was. I can still see a bit of a high hump right in here, but that blade wouldn't quite cut it out. Might need to use the bulldozer for that. But anyway, got some good run time on the 520 tonight. We'll go ahead and get those 3-point arms off and that front weight frame, and we'll get ready for the pull. Okay, so we got the front frame removed. That wasn't too bad. Got the 3-point hitch removed. And I rotated the drawbar upward and pushed it all the way in, so that's good. I may need to remove these sway locks on each side. I think those are about 5 pounds each. We'll see about that. Since we don't need the hydraulics for the 3-point, we can go ahead and turn the pump off, so we're not consuming any extra power or wearing that pump if we don't need it. Stay tuned. Next time you see this, it'll be about a week from now, and we'll get this tractor loaded and haul it to the pool. All right, well, it's a few weeks now since the pull, and unfortunately I lost some footage I had some GoPro malfunctions, but I was able to get some footage of the pull itself. So the first time I pulled this, it was a 5,500 pound Class A division, and they had a drawbar height limit for that class. So I had to turn the drawbar so it faced downward just like this. And the chain is a bit longer in the antique classes than in the farm stock class. So the way the tractor's set up right now, it didn't really rear up like it did in the farm stock. It pulled okay, had plenty of power. Power was not the issue in that class. It was definitely traction. I aired the tires down slightly and just spun out toward the end of the pull. So I'll show you that now. And the second pull was a 5,500 pound class B division, and they had a slightly higher drawbar height for that class. But because I pulled almost back to back, I actually forgot that I could have turned the drawbar up, and that would have gained me a few more inches of hitch height. So maybe I would have been slightly more competitive doing that. Probably not a whole lot with this tractor. But anyway, I'll show you that pull now. That was the 55 B division. So after pulling an antique now in farm stock a few times, I really think this tractor is set up just about perfectly for the farm stock because of the shorter chain to the sled and the higher hitch height in that class. This tractor, I feel like it puts the weight where it needs to be, especially toward the end of the pull. You know, the front end just starts to come off the ground. That's when you're transferring most of your weight to your back tires. In the farm stock, because of the longer chain, it seemed to stay pretty flat-footed the whole pull. And again, with this tractor in that class and that light of a weight class, power is not the real issue, it's traction. And even airing down the tires just a bit, it helped. But still, this tractor, it doesn't have all the weight where it needs to in the lighter classes. And then when you go up to a 7,500 pound class, of course, this tractor couldn't really compete. It's only roughly 36 horsepower. Somewhere in that range. But maybe I'll try a 6,500 pound class next year for antique. I think if I can add some weight to the back tires, excuse that noise from up there. Anyway, if I could add some weight to the back tires using John Deere wheel weights, I think this tractor would more or less even out horsepower versus traction. I'm not saying it would do any more competitive in a 6,500 pound class, but at 55, plenty of power, but light. In a 75, it will be way underpowered. So maybe 65 will be that sweet spot. All right, well, that about wraps this video up. We had some fun pulling the 520 in the antique class for the first time. I might pull this again in the farm stock this year at the local fair. And again, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching.